this module and cover some of the basics of what this type of solution is about. So some types of digital signage applications, obviously we see this all around us today, everything from every quick serve restaurant we go to concession stands, to higher end retail stores, to the airport, to malls and lobbies of all kinds, even outdoor billboards. We see these applications sort of surrounding us and becoming more and more part of our everyday life. When we talk about a digital sign, what are the different aspects that sort of make up the value proposition for a digital sign? An LCD display with CMS scheduled content is probably the simplest way to describe technically what happens. But what are some of the value props that are important to keep in mind when we talk about digital signage and specifically LCD-based digital signage? It's fairly obvious, but replacing static printed signage is one of the key sort of hallmarks that people look for when they consider going digital. The ability to remotely update content and not have to rip down a poster or go into a fixed backlit display and try to substitute content out, switching it for particular events or seasonally, just to be able to update that content digitally via remote is one of the key drivers. You can even make changes automatically based on external triggers or external data, and that is a lucrative aspect to digital signage. The ability to integrate with external data. Obviously, a static sign can't take external data and automatically display it on, even integrate with systems like point of sale or other external systems for displaying news or weather. Though that's a key advantage that a digital sign has over static signage. And the desire to drive revenue and audience engagement. Unique ways to play and update the content, have the content react to cues and triggers in real time from the external environment, including the audience, are hallmarks and key value aspects for digital signage as well. This opens up advertising opportunities. Obviously, if you have eyes and engagement with a display, then that opens up the ability to target messaging and advertising to that audience, and that's one of those key value propositions as well. So interactivity helps drive a lot of that business. When we talk about digital menus, you'll hear this term, and so what is the difference between a digital sign and a digital menu? And it's a good question. It's really the intent, right? It is a digital sign. Typically drives a specific payload or content with a very specific sort of intent or experience in mind. And obviously we go back to replacing static printed menus. That's a no-brainer. The ability to remotely update is likewise a no-brainer for a restaurant that might change its menu or have menus change even at different times of day or seasonally or on some schedule. The ability to change that content and update it remotely and even automatically is key, and it's a real driver of adoption for digital menus. They integrate with their point of sale systems, the cash register, so that things happen like maybe they run out of a certain item and those items are no longer present on the digital menu. Obviously, they're geared towards increasing revenue for their business. Higher dollar or higher margin items are certainly something that they want to promote, and they can easily do that through digital screens and digital signage systems. An LCD video wall, we hear this term. This is another aspect of digital signage. Vast improvements have been made in the aesthetics for displays that are used in LCD video walls. The bezels are almost invisible now. They're very, very thin. Displays are calibrated automatically from display to display. Improvements in resolution, things like HDR and flexible sort of settings allow the displays to show virtually no difference edge to edge. and virtually no difference from display to display. Vastly improved ultra-high resolution, very easy to install with much improved mounting methods available now. Interactive is another aspect, probably the aspect that is driving the future of digital signage right now is this interactivity. And by interactivity, we don't just mean touch, but more and more interactivity means things like integration with different systems, payment type systems, smart city initiatives, wayfinding initiatives, things like that, sensor-based systems, and Internet of Things device integration so that systems are aware of each other and react to each other, and even devices like your phone or mobile devices can interact automatically with the screens and personalize the content to the audience and the experience that they might expect. All of this is geared towards engaging users in the experience, so you become part of the actual experience rather than just a consumer. Smart cities are driving a lot of that engagement through interactive screens where you can go and charge your devices, receive information, buy transit tickets, interact with the city in ways that were never before possible. Sort of partner ecosystem that is driving adoption and driving the future of the interactive digital signage business. That wraps up the module, What is Digital Signage? If you have additional questions and thoughts, reach out to product management, or for questions regarding different training options or modules or things you'd like to see, reach out to training. Thank you very much.